Hello everybody, it is I, Cool, back again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Flash Nillson. He's named after Jan Flash Nillson, a real-life racer. This is a re-release of a Super Chase diecast in 2026. So, as some may know, Super Chases are not supposed to be re-released. They are supposed to specifically be limited to 4,000 units produced. I said this in the Morgan Martin's video, but, or at least I don't know if this will come out the same time as the Morgan Martin's video. I'm pre-recording these, because I bought the diecast, I want to open it. But when I reviewed Morgan Martin's, who I got a while ago, like Flash, he isn't a unique model. All right, he shares a model. And so I think that's why Flash was able to come back, is because he is the exact same model as Max Schnell. I don't own regular Max Schnell, so I just have the GRC version to deal with. Hold on, is he chipping? Yeah, so because of that little loophole, I don't mind Jan's, Flash Nillson's re-release here. It's also a little different, but that's a country difference, not him being, a special variant, like how Morgan is shrunken down since, they're not doing deluxes right now. As seen in Cars 2 with World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen, Francesco Bernoulli, made her with Balloon, who I also got recently, Carla Veloso, El Dorado, and Nigel Gearsley. So aside from Francesco, and technically this McQueen, since this stock image is the launcher variant of McQueen, not the regular one. If you see a McQueen that looks like this, but isn't this in the main line, that's because this is the launcher expression variant. So yeah, have most of these guys now. Over there is the copyright 2022, even though it's 2026 now. El Dorado. All right, let's get this guy out of here. Also want to take a moment to appreciate the card art here. Something interesting. Something that not a lot of people point out is, if you look closely, he has, markings on the tires. The diecast never did that, though, even though they totally could fit text, because it's not too dissimilar to what they do for the next gens. Here's Chris Roman, who's also out at the same time. If anything, I think Max has more space, so I don't know why they never did that. Alright, enough talk. Let's get this guy out of here. And here is Flash out of the box. He's this nice dark shade of blue. He's the Sweden racer, and Sweden actually changed their flag to be a much darker blue. So this is a lot more accurate to the current Swedish flag, whereas the original was closer to an older Swedish flag design, which is very interesting. As for the design itself, the eyes are the exact same as Max Schnell's. This is GRC Max specifically, so I don't know if the face is the exact same. Since a lot of the Expanded Universe diecasts tend to change up the faces more often than not, at least recently. So yeah, the mouth is the same. The grill looks a little smaller, but that's probably just the country difference. He has the 3 crowns here. Has this big cross. I think the Swedish flag is a bit more straight. Yeah, Sweden. It's Sweden and Switzerland mixed up a lot. So, making sure that I got it right. Yeah, Swedish flag. Similar to Raoul, how it covers up the windows and sort of pasted over the car. There's this really nice detail of the exhaust pipe here. The wheels are this nice sort of silvery color, which I'm really glad we've been getting the silver detailing on these cars again, because the flat gray just looked really ugly and really detracted from a lot of the diecasts. But here, it looks pretty nice. There's the spoiler here. The spoiler is a little plasticky looking, but is to be expected. It's all one flat color. No World Grand Prix text anywhere, since this guy canonically doesn't partake in the World Grand Prix. That being said, he does have a canon number, or semi-canon. For the Disney race, Disney Store Ice Racers line, they made all of the racers So Mattel only ever did just Vitaly and Frosty, but the Disney Store did all of the international racers that, only appear in their respective versions of the movie. I forgot if I've gone over this. I had to re-record this section. So, yeah, in that line, I believe Flash was number 15, or at least I came up with a headcanon that he would be number 15. I've been working on a thing with a friend on giving each of the international racers numbers since they canonically don't have any. Here's the back. He has this carbon fiber detailing. Again, inaccurate, but it's mostly negligible. It's only really noticeable on like the hood. Just back there. Honestly, I really appreciate that Mattel did make Max Chanel's body textured instead of just making it decals. Like, I think they did that with Boost as well. It's very interesting. There's the other exhaust pipe. And then a look at the base. Here he is again in comparison to Max Chanel. They didn't paint the back steps here, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know if those are steps or vents. Do we? So yeah, that's all I have to say about Flash Nillson. He's a pretty nice item. Not, like, super into him, but, more World Grand Prix racers is always nice. I think they're really just, the World Grand Prix racers are so underrated, and the pit crews are so underrated. Like, everyone, like, really just sleeps on how cool these cars are. Because the international racers are, like, the only recolors. And even then, they're pretty unique from one another, right? They look super interesting. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Flash Nillson. I hope you all enjoyed the review, and I shall see you all around. Bye-bye!